Hi guys, it's me Ty here, and today I'm going to answer the question of how much does it cost to replace your DPF filter? And for many years I'd always heard that it was $6,000. Well, it's not because my buddy just went through this fiasco this spring here. Um, he's got a 2016 Chevy Duramax diesel pickup, and he's a mobile welder, so he does a lot of idling and then just moving around locations. Probably a quarter of a mile away and but welding on the next piece of equipment. But he went to the Chevy dealer and he ended up having to pay $9,000 because he said he had to get a new DPF filter, a new EGR cooler, and then two new catalytic converters for the pickup. So we talked to the diesel repair shops too about this, and they said with these newer emissions diesel pickups out there that um, if you're somebody that just lives in town and just has to drive across town to work, whether you work at the bank, whatever, these new diesel pickups, the the maintenance on them is going to be so high for you. These pickups are not meant to be idling because just driving around across town or idling, either of them, you will never get that exhaust system hot enough to burn out everything there to for it to go through its regen process. So be prepared to be paying $9,000 if you guys are gonna be buying one of these newer diesel pickups. Um, just figure that into your budget. I don't know how many years it's gonna take for this to plug up, but yeah, it could be less than a year because in 2009, my company pickup they ordered in me a brand new 2009 Chevy Duramax, and I believe it was the first year of the DPF filter, and we hadn't dealt with that before. And that pickup, over half the time, it was back at the Chevy dealership than when we were getting to use it. It was just that DPF filter was plugging up all the time. And then in 2009, one of my buddies, he also bought a brand new, and I believe he even ordered this one in, a brand new green 2009 Dodge Cummins diesel pickup. And he had so much trouble too with the DEF filter on that one, with the emission stuff on that pickup. So that's why, like with all the newer pickups, well, especially Fords, the F-250s, they've really seemed to have fixed the issues there on that. In 2011, they came out with their new platform, and they decided to just put monstrous gas engines in these F-250 pickups, and then they put really high gearing in the rear end so that these big pickups, they're not pulling that often, and that they just get amazing gas mileage. So you're going to be getting probably 15 miles per gallon with these huge 6 point. In 2011, they came out with the 6.2 liter gas, and now they have the 7.3 liter Godzilla gas engine, and now they just replaced the tried and true 6.2 liter gas with a big 6.8 liter gas one with the really high rear end in them. And like me, I used to have a 2004 Cummins diesel with a 5.9 liter, and this was pre-emissions. And I used it as a car a lot of times too, commuting to work, out on the highway. And I was getting 15.6 miles per gallon is what I averaged with that diesel pickup. So if any of you want like the coolness factor of owning a diesel, but you guys aren't doing heavy pulling, or you guys just live in town and don't get out on the road where you guys can get that engine up to operating temperature, and not just getting up to operating temperature, it's got to go through its regen process with these newer diesel pickups. I would suggest getting one of the older ones that's pre-emissions. Um, so like I'm not even sure exactly what all years that they of when they went to the emissions, but I do know of what years were good. From like 2007 and older, Dodge made the 5.9 liter Cummins diesel pickups, and you won't have to deal with this emission stuff. And then Chevy 2006 and older had the uh, that older Duramax diesel without the emissions, so those you'd be good with. And then Ford had their 7.3 liter Power Stroke, which was really good. And I don't remember if that ended in 2002 or 2003 was the last year of that one, because you don't want to go any newer than that, because then they went to that 6 liter power stroke, and a couple of my buddies had theirs blow up at 80,000 miles just driving down the highway. So um, I hope that helps you guys make your decision if you guys should buy one of these newer emissions diesel pickups, just so you guys are aware of how much the regular maintenance on them does cost. So definitely these new big gas pickups, especially the Fords, because I heard like the Suburbans and Tahoes with the Chevys nowadays, they have the 6.2 liter gas in them, big engine in them. But Chevy, I don't know, maybe they would have been good engines, but Chevy put on the oil cap to put, I believe, zero weight 20 oil in it, and it's almost like water. And Project Farm did a study between this stuff of like he compared 5 weight 30, 5 weight 20 oil, and then also on the other spectrum he did 0 weight 20 and 0 weight 16. And actually 5 weight 20 and 5 weight 30, they were really close together. The 5 weight 20 just flowed a little bit faster than the 5 weight 30, but once you got down to 0 weight 20 and 0 weight 60 oil, it was like one one fifth or 1/6 of the wear. It might have been 1/5 of the metal was just getting chiseled away and worn down. And with the um, 5 weight 20 and 5 weight 30, it really wasn't. It was just barely wearing the metal. So um, I would definitely stay away from the Chevy 6.2 liter gases right now until they decide to put heavier weight oil in them. But all right, I hope this helps you guys. And if you guys like this content, just like, share, and subscribe. And actually, I would urge you guys to share this video with any of your friends or family that are thinking about buying a diesel pickup, a newer diesel pickup here for the fuel mileage. If they would like to go on trips across the country, just remember what it's going to be like when you use it on a day-to-day basis. So, all right, take care. Bye.